What's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
This is not another damn podcast presented by our damn self. 179, right, kid?
179, yes.
Yeah. 179. And let's shout out Jazz creator J-Scope. First fitness belt that covers your entire midsection and provides 100% comfort during your workouts. Get your J-Scope, get your J-Scope, get your J-Scoped.
Yes.
This is all post-Halloween, I guess. What do they call this? It's All Saints Day.
Yeah.
Well, nobody really knows what All Saints Day is. Everybody knows Halloween.
The funny thing I saw is that people was like, they was like me, and then they had Hocus Pocus for Halloween. They had a meme of Hocus Pocus, and they said November 1st they have Mariah Carey. All I want for Christmas is you. That's literally how people just switch so fast. It's like Halloween, and then it's like Christmas.
Walgreens.
Right.
Walgreens, yeah. They already like I said, they can even recycle the letters.
Yeah.
Use the same display, just switch the letters around. Uh-huh.
The most confusing store I was in when I saw that was Menards, because when I was in Menards one time, I could see a display of like Halloween stuff set up, and then I saw a little bit of like overflow from like summer stuff, like clearance stuff. And then I looked over here and I saw Christmas decorations. I'm like, what's really going on? I'm like, here's some leftover summer stuff. Here's Halloween and here's Christmas, all within a couple of aisles of each other.
Get that little pocket right there of Thanksgiving stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just started Thanksgiving just throwing, like, it was just like kind of tucked under, somewhere.
A couple of cards there. That's it. Couple cards.
Right, it was just tucked away.
People don't really decorate for Thanksgiving. It's like mostly like there's they leftover Halloween stuff they just never took down. It's just turn the pumpkin around. It's like so you don't see the jack-o'-lantern face. Just right backwards. Now you got a Thanksgiving decoration. That's what you do. Just turn it around.
Put some leaves down. You might see a cornucopia.
Turn the pumpkin.
You might see that.
Mm-hmm.
Some people would have cornucopias sometimes.
Some old corn like that, yeah. Oh
yeah, the corn, yeah, the dried corn, yeah.
Now you got some Thanksgiving decorations. Funny is that damn pumpkin. Recycle that shit. It's like them letters from Satan's workshop to Santa's workshop. Recycle letters like that for Christmas.
But we're giving tips. Oz and Naima are giving tips. So it would save you some money, some DIY stuff to save you some money on decoration. Because we all need to be saving some money. Right.
Instead of being a jack-o'-lantern, now it's Thanksgiving decoration. Just flip it around.
Because you open up the door about Halloween. Like I said, we know Halloween's in the past now, but for the first time...
Whoa. Yeah, before we do that. Since we don't get this very often, every 6, 7 years, this year Halloween fell on the weekend.
I know.
The ghetto boys are trick-or-treat and robbing little kids for bags.
Ghetto boys.
Rest in peace, Bushwickville.
Bushwickville, right.
Legend.
And this what's so funny about all of this is that 2020 was like the perfect year for everything. Like you had 4th of July fell on a weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Cinco de Mayo fell on Taco Tuesday. What?
Taco Tuesday.
What?
That's the Cinco de Mayo happened right when we were staying at home. That was right in the middle of the
Taco Tuesday, right?
Nobody was out for that one. Yeah.
No Taco Tuesday.
We were all in the house during that time.
Well, I still made Taco Tuesday in my house. I made tacos.
Yeah, people were at home, but like it wasn't no celebrations.
You didn't go out, right?
Yeah. See, because May, that was early in the pandemic.
Yeah, because I would have went to my spot, Cantina Laredo. Like I like going to that restaurant.
Like by 4th of July, people were back outside again, but Cinco de Mayo, nah, bro. Like people were like,
4th of July.
That's how the versus battle and all that started because we were in the house.
Yeah, we needed stuff to
Twist Pizza. Hey, let's do a beat battle. Like the two of them, like starting.
Let's occupy our time. Let's find a way to kill it.
You pick your best 20 songs. I pick my best 20, and we see who wins. Like and they did that just on Instagram, fucking around, and that became
It's stuck. Yeah. And then Halloween you said on the weekend. Then
Halloween fell on the weekend.
Then Christmas is on a Friday. New Year's Eve is on a Friday. New Year's on a Friday. It's like
people are gonna turn up New Year's already.
I'm just saying that all this stuff just fell perfectly.
With numbers rising, people are about to turn up this New Year's.
I asked to be in the house.
Remember where you heard it
Happy New Year!
The turn up is coming. Remember where you heard it first.
I know it's coming.
They about to turn the hell up. And they, man, 2020, that's the past. Yeah, we going forward. And like New Year, we gonna party. We ain't living in fear. No fear in the new year. Already got the slogan. See, yeah, already got the slogan. No fear in New Year. Damn it.
Please
we out here.
You know somebody about somebody's gonna actually. It's no vaccine.
Somebody's pressing up T-shirts right now with that shit.
vaccine.
Want my cut. I'm just
want your cut, right? It's no. The numbers are starting to climb back up, and it's not just here; it's around the world. But for the first time, first time in like our lifetime, Charlie Brown did not come on ABC, The Great Pumpkin.
And that's a whole streaming thing right there. Yeah, that's it shows you that streaming is taking over because it's aired on ABC all our lives.
Yes, our whole lives.
2020, I guess, because it's a new era, new decade, or whatever they said. Let's push it from ABC to Apple TV.
Apple. No, Apple said we want to get this money. Yeah. We got profit to be had.
We said we ain't letting Disney get all that money. You know, ABC is a Disney property. Said we want some of that money. Yeah, so they jumped in on that one.
Disney Plus, because that's where it should have been. If anything, it should have been on Disney Plus.
That's I don't know if Disney has the rights to it. Like maybe they just had the broadcast rights.
And then Apple just swooped in and was like, whoop.
It's just like, that's what it said.
Apple said yoink, and then that's what probably happened.
They probably realized, like, they're probably going through, like, wait a minute, Disney owns everything. They don't own that.
They don't own that.
They got on the phone with the Peanuts people, like, hey, we'll make you an offer you can't refuse for the exclusive rights to The Great Pumpkin and Thanksgiving and Christmas. It's going to be all of them. It's not just all of them. Thanksgiving and Christmas will also be on Apple Plus.
Here's a little bit of good news. So for people, because this was just kind of a sudden thing. So they said that for people, you could put the Apple TV, you could put that app on.
You download the app and you could watch for free on certain days.
Yes, so that's what I did. I downloaded the app. So for the
I didn't realize that I already have because for those that don't know, those that know me personally know I have a lot of Apple products.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So when I bought this iPad, I got a year of Apple TV free.
Right.
So I'm still under that. Yeah. So I was like, okay, so I got this. So I started checking out some of the other shows.
What you got, right.
So I was like, okay, yeah. So I already have Apple. So I'm covered with that. I don't have to worry about that. Mm-hmm.
So for the Halloween special, it was free from October 30th to November 1st. Mm-hmm. For the Thanksgiving special, it's free from November 25th to November 27th. Mm-hmm. And the Christmas special is free from December 11th to December 13th. So you will have the opportunity to view it for free on Apple TV. And then if not, the Apple TV is a $4.99 a month service. And they do have a 7-day free trial. Like most places do, most streaming services do offer the 7-day free trial. And then some silly people just keep on putting a new email in every 7 days. So people try to do it like that.
Or if it's just something you want to watch, just binge watch that shit.
Just binge watch it, right?
All right, it's just like do that. Then watch Power and then cancel after 7 days. You just got to watch them all in 7 days.
Or just stay in the house for 7 days. Just
I like when your vacations come. Okay, that's when I'm gonna start my free trial when I go on vacation. We're giving y'all tips to try to save some money. That's what we do.
Mm-hmm. So
that's the modern day version of what back in the day with the person to person call. You would call.
Oh, right.
The charge just basically to let you know that I made it safely or whatever. That was the scam back in the day. Yeah.
You remember that? What was that? That was a Geico commercial. Remember the one? I
think somebody did a commercial like that. Mm-hmm.
Had a
Black Crawl from like Adam, tell him I made it safely, Jones, something like that.
Yeah, somebody. But he's like, she had a baby. It's 6 pounds.
Something like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Out of baby, yeah, where because they were calling saying that they had the baby.
Adam, my wife had a baby at 6 pound Johnson.
Right.
Adam's wife had a baby, 6 pounds. It's like,
sorry, no one here by her name. That's so. He had a baby. The baby was 6 pounds. But that's like you said, like that's the old school stuff. Like when you
shout out our uncle from Detroit. He was the king of that scam. Uncle. Along with his homie, Mr. Jones. We're not going to tell those stories. We have our own Mr. Jones stories. Like,
Yeah.
And neither guy's name was Jones. That's what's funny. Like the Mr. Jones that was from Detroit, nor the one that we know. Neither one of them's name is Jones at all. It's just it's like 007. Like James Bond is just it's not the guy's name. It's why he changes like every few years because like it's not his name. It's just silly. Like he's just a guy playing Agent 007 now. So Mr. Jones is the same thing. It's like it's not a real person. It's just the one that we know now is currently playing Mr. Jones.
Speaking of, rest in peace to Sean Connery.
Yeah, so see, we not new at this. 007, we ain't new at this.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, oh.
I mostly know him like people with us Gen Xers, like I like to say us Gen Xers. Yeah. You're in that gray area, but I'm a Gen Xer.
I say I'm a Zennial. I'm not a millennial, but I'm not an Xer.
Technically, you're a millennial, but
right.
But,
I say Zennial for our little pocket. Yeah.
Gen Xers. I know him mostly from Indiana Jones: The Last Crusade. He played Indy's father in that. So a lot of people my age, we know him from the third Indiana Jones movie. Because I'm not old like our brother Kareem. That remembers Sean Connery as 007. I'm not that old. Roger Moore is James Bond that I grew up with.
Right.
Roger Moore and then later Pierce Brosnan.
Like we know Pierce Brosnan.
I know. It's like Roger Moore, Pierce Brosnan. I know. Mm-hmm. And Daniel Craig's the current one, of course. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Sean Connery before my time. I'm not that old.
Right.
But Mike Love, who remembers Sean Connery. Mike Love, who saw Cooley High in the show. Shout out Chicago Famous. Check it out.
Yeah, Chicago Famous.
3 to 6 Central Time on the Maze Jackson fan page.
Monday through Friday. Really good. It gets you through your afternoon.
Also, download their podcast as well, too. Available on podcast platforms, just like our podcast.
Yes.
Check out the Chicago Famous podcast as well.
Support. That's what we're about here.
Oh, yeah. Rest in peace, Sean Connery.
Yeah, he was 90. So he had a long, full life, but still, nonetheless, when you see your people that you grew up watching as a kid, it makes you like you always say, we're just getting older now. It's like you see your heroes like passing away, and you're like, oh, I grew up and I watched him and this and that, and I liked him in this movie, and it's kind of.
I always know him as the Indiana Jones' dad. That's what I know him as.
Indy's daddy.
Indiana Jones' dad in the third Indiana Jones movie, The Last Crusade. That's what I know him from.
Shifting gears a little bit, did you see the drama or the fake outrage, as some people
There's
say,
so
whatever?
Much fake outrage this week. Which one are you talking about?
With Kim Kardashian.
What happened with Kim?
Kim Kardashian. So she recently celebrated.
Most of the time, it was the controversy in that household is with her husband. But here it is.
It actually was with her this time. So
what happened with Kim this time? Yeah, I know that. Speaking of that, Kanye did give her a hologram for her 40th birthday.
Which I'll just touch here. It was a sweet notion, but then Kanye was Kanye at the end of the hologram because, as like I said, we said before. Our father passed away suddenly.
Around the same time as
unexpectedly around the same time that her dad did. So losing your father in your I was in my 20s still, like early 20s. Yeah, I was still in my 20s, when my dad passed away. So it's like when you lose a parent that young, all these milestones your parent missed of you. So they never saw you become a parent, never saw you get married, never saw you advance in your career, things like that. So the notion of the hologram.
I talked about that in there. It said about her becoming a wife and a mother. And
lawyer.
Steph's becoming a lawyer. Like it talked about all of that.
And it was a really sweet notion. But then when he referenced when I used to drive you to school every day in my little Mercedes, and we would play this song, we would listen in the car playing this song. So it was cute. But then the hologram said you married the most amazing man, Kanye West, or something like that. And I'm like. I was like, Kanye had to Kanye it. He had to ruin it. It Kanye'd. I was
hey, I'm great. I'm amazing.
But it was a nice, it's still that. I was like, this is really sweet for him to get that.
Watch the Joe Rogan podcast with Kanye. He did a lot of that in there.
But then when he said yes,
I'm cold.
The most amazing genius man of Kanye. Something just really just
Walt Disney, part Steve Jobs. Who else did he say? I forgot. I remember those. He said he's like part Walt Disney, part Steve Jobs.
Say Bill Gates.
He said Gates. I know he said Jobs and Disney. I forgot who else he said, but
you might as well say Einstein if you're going there. Say Albert Einstein too, so you're a genius. Say that. Might as well.
Well, I am a genius.
Say Isaac Newton. Say Newton. Might as well say Newton. You did physics with the apple. Might as well say that. But no, so this is what happened with Kim. So Kim, she turned 40, like we mentioned. So she just celebrated a milestone birthday, 40 years old. And she posted a picture on her social media showing how she celebrated her birthday. Like, basically, she and her close family and friends, she was like, after several health screenings and having everybody quarantined 14 days prior to this, we were able to escape reality for a little bit. So
they went private island. I did.
Private island.
That's where Kanye aired that hologram somewhere in that private island.
Yeah, they went on the private island. People was like, gee, must be nice to be able to go to a private island. And they was like,
Kim Kardashian's net worth.
I guess people were feeling
people like Kim Kardashian don't party in Vegas. That's regular. Come on.
Right.
That's regular.
Or Miami or
regular.
Bora Bora or whatever, you might. Well, Bora Bora's an island, so she might.
Bora is getting a little more exclusive.
It's getting more exclusive.
Like, I can't afford to party in Bora Bora.
Yeah. I ain't there yet.
If I can't afford it, then I consider it expensive. So it's all personal with me. Like, Bora Bora might not be that expensive, but if I can't afford the party, then I consider that. I can kick it in Vegas and Miami. I get all of those. That's regular. Yeah. Bora Bora.
They were talking about that, saying like, they was like it was a little insensitive for you to like be flashing that, and people are actually struggling out here, and
people always up in somebody else's pockets, man.
I was like,
it's Kim's money; she can party how she wants to. It's her birthday, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are you transparent about your age, right? You have a 40th birthday coming up. Yeah, like if somebody complains about the way you party and shit, like, you're going to check them, right?
Mind your business. I was saying, back up. Mind your business. Just mind your business. I'm going to do that.
Shout out Will Smith, Fresh Prince.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do because...
it's starving kids out here. Shut the fuck up. Yeah.
But my reaction when people always...
You can't say that if you have Jordans on your feet. Jay bought a lot of meals, man. I'm just saying.
I was about to go there. I was like, my thing is, if you do make those statements, it's like, okay, well, what are you doing for your community then? How are you servicing your community? And if you can't give me examples of how
poor is relative. Like, even though like poor in America is not poor in like Haiti and shit. It's like poor is relative and shit. It's like
even like when you go to Jamaica, which is another place that like you could afford to go to Jamaica. Jamaica isn't that. I mean, I went to Jamaica for my honeymoon, so it's like, but when you go to Jamaica, it's like we only stayed in the tourist part. I'm gonna keep it real. I was like, I don't need to explore the. I don't know.
You need to see Kingston, Jamaica.
No. Especially, like, I mean, we green, like, we don't have no, like, if we had somebody that was from Jamaica that was taking us to the spots, because I know, like, like, when you go, like,
locals, I don't know if I'll be crazy about seeing certain parts of that shit even then.
I mean, I get it, though. I get, like, you want to go to...
I want to see, like, the real, authentic Jamaica, but I don't know.
Right, I get it to an extent, because, like, same thing with Chicago, like, you may want to see, like, you may want to go to a Harold's Chicken or go, like, someplace where,
not the one on Wabash.
Not the one downtown.
Not the South Loop one. Yeah,
you want to get Italian.
Go to the authentic Harold's, not that one.
You want to get Italian beef, not from Portillo's. Like, you want to go someplace. Like, you want to go to the hood. You want to go to the hood spot. You want to go to Maxwell Street or Greenleaf.
No, that was the T.I. and Usher. They want 87, so they went to an authentic Harold's.
Right, you want to go there. But if you don't have somebody navigating you, showing you the different areas of Chicago, and you were a tourist and you walking around Green and you in a neighborhood that you shouldn't be in, and you like, ooh, and you taking pictures and doing all, On
the flip side, I talk shit like that, but I'm gutsy at the same time. I've done shit like that. I've gone in like strange neighborhoods and strange towns, like to the wall and shit. I've really done that. So I'm talking shit like, I don't need to see certain parts, but like these, at least I was in the United States though. If I'm out of the country, I might feel different.
Yeah, because I don't want to be like hostile. Because like stuff like that actually happens.
I'm fearless.
Like hostile. Like you never know.
I could be in the reddest state in the reddest town. I'm still gonna like, hey, They're gonna play my hip hop and shit. Might get some stares, but like I'm fearless. Like I'm nuts like that. You ain't from around here, is you? Might get one of those.
But yeah,
we did that back in the day. We kicked it in Anna, Illinois. Remember that?
Yeah, that was.
See, mom and dad were fearless. That's where I get that from. Fearless, goddamn.
We stopped at Anna in the 80s. At one point, Anna was a sundown town. They were a sundown town at one point, yes. And we stopped there in the 80s. Yes. Like 30 years ago, over 30
Tell
years
me not to do something. I'm doing
it. But I mean, let's like the whole thing about that where people keep on doing the whole, well, you can do this. And it's like, but my thing that I just challenge people on, it's the holiday season. A lot of people feel charitable during this time of year. And it only takes a matter of time. Like I'm starting to get the little mailers or whatever saying like, donate $25 and you can feed 5 families of 6 right now if you donate $25 to this cause. Like you know those little mailers, you get them every year from Salvation Army, Feed the Children, what's another one? St. Jude. It is all type of these.
They have the little if you go to it's Save a Lot. They got the little food bags up like
yeah.
They like $5 each. You could buy like 5 of those, like $25 and then donate.
And most grocery stores do. I know Jewel because like I worked for Jewel for many years, and then we would have our holiday thing where like you could put your holiday donation in, and then your $5.
And they'll take your bag and they drop it right there where the and there where they're gonna serve it to family.
Yeah.
You can put your name on it if you want them to know like you donated.
But you know it's from you, right?
Wow. So you wanna.
So that's little stuff that you can do. Like if you don't know exactly where to start, like you could start your local grocery.
All like you said, like $5. That's everybody got an extra $5.
And that's making a difference in someone's life. Like you think that $5 is not making a difference, but that $5 could be a meal for a family. Yeah. That could be a meal for them. So you could do that. So just start with doing little things like that. Like if you do want to make a difference, instead of just complaining about rich people not doing whatever, and then you're not really.
I like that. I never tell anybody what to do with their money because it's your money. You have a right to do what you want. Like we're not socialists. It's like you can't just because you make a certain amount, you shouldn't have to give a portion of your wealth. You can if you want to be charitable, but like if you don't, that's your choice too, and shit. It's your choice.
Only memory I have about that is you can spend your money however you want to, but if you don't pay your bills and then you have a GoFundMe if the next day, I'm gonna talk about you.
I'm gonna laugh at you.
That's the memory I put there. Yeah. But if you do everything
just because it's funny, and so if you got Jordans on and you like got your lights out and shit, I'm gonna laugh at you. That's hilarious.
Like if you do that, I'm gonna have some things to say because it's like, okay, wasn't you kicking it hard? Like I saw your Miami pictures, South Beach bitch. I saw your South Beach bitch pictures, and then now you like, I need my GoFundMe for my rent. Why don't you pay your rent before you went out of town? You pay your rent first, and then you go out of town. I'm not saying you can't go out of town, but take care of your priorities first.
Oh, and I didn't hit on my Jordans yesterday. Speaking of that, the mocha color Jordan 1s came out yesterday. Didn't hit. So mad about like Jordan. Like anybody that buys Jordans knows that if you go through like the official sources, is like it's hit or miss. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, you're gonna have to head to the secondary market, like StockX or some shit like that. And they get to set the price there. If you buy directly from Nike, you're gonna get it for box price, whatever the box is. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I didn't hit on my Jordan 1s yesterday, so I'm a little bummed out over that. Yeah. And I'm not buying them on StockX. I'm just like, that's just how I
spend
on principle for me. Like I'll typically pay what the box says. Like that's what I don't like paying more than that. Yeah. So it's just on principle. This is
on principle. I mean, I get it.
Oh, yeah. Fuck the resellers. Speaking of sneakers,
oh boy,
have some fun. Yeah. For those that don't know, is on Complex. They're of the culture, of course.
Okay.
Complex magazine, and they have a YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
One of the popular features on the Complex YouTube channel is sneaker shopping, or at least to me, like if you're a sneakerhead, like. And I'm kind of a sneakerhead. I'm not like my homie Rico R Dub. Like that's a real sneakerhead there. I'm a fake sneakerhead compared to him, but like he's the real. And he definitely got them Jordans. I saw him with theirs on the posted.
You pretty deep. Like I mean, like
I'm right.
You pretty deep. You are. You
got some heat, but
you pretty deep, yeah.
Rico got the exclusive shit that that you see for like over $1,000 on StockX. He got he got the good shit. But sneaker shopping. They show different celebrities like going sneaker shopping, like what they like, what they into.
Oh, I've seen I've seen that one.
It's like sneaker shopping with Odell Beckham. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I've seen.
Get well soon, Odell Beckham. He just had an ACL tear. Speaking of that, get well soon, Mr. Beckham Jr. Yeah. And guess who was featured on the latest episode of Sneaker Shopping on Comedy?
Oh Lord, who?
Senator Kamala Harris. And I was like, this feels a little hot saucy. I'll give it a chance, though.
A little pandering.
I tried to give it a chance, but that video had a hot sauce all over it. I could tell this woman is never set foot in a sneaker store in her life. It's like, come on, Kamala. It felt a little hot sauce to me, and that's all I'm saying. She called them tennis shoes. That's what I know. That's what. She said, yeah, I grew up wearing tennis shoes. It's like,
tennis shoes in Chicago. We call it gym shoes.
Chicago, sneakers on the East Coast, kicks on the West Coast. Like, I don't know who the hell calls them tennis shoes. It's like, I don't know where that comes. You West Coast, so you should call them kicks. You say, yeah, I like pick up a new pair of kicks. Like, you from California. Kamala should have said kicks. I don't know where she got that tennis.
And Chicago said, we know it, gym shoes. People, why you call it gym shoes? You're not in gym. It's gym shoes. That's what we say in Chicago. Mm-hmm. And then sneakers, you said, and on the East Coast. It started
mostly an East Coast thing, but it's becoming more universal because people refer to the whole term typically as sneakerheads. So sneakers becoming more widespread. But typically it started as an East Coast thing. It started out east.
Like Kleenex for like tissue. Like everybody gave me a Kleenex, even though it might be the puffs that you have. It might
Kleenex
be
or
great value that you have.
A Band-Aid too if you get a cut on your finger. Like even though you might have a Curad or whatever. Yeah. Like Band-Aid is Johnson & Johnson is a brand. It's like
or if you
have call all of them Band-Aids, though people call all of them.
Or if you have a diaper, a pamper,
yeah.
I like hoodies.
Sneaker is starting to become like that. Is like because sneakerhead is becoming like that's kind of part of
the universal term.
And and gym shoe head is just not as catchy. So like,
no, it's not. It sounds.
In Chicago, we still say sneakerheads like that.
Sound kind of.
Yeah, gym shoes got the same ring to it.
With her tennis shoes, my tennis shoes.
She said tennis shoes. She was wearing Chuck Taylors, like, which is like it's a safe choice to go if you don't know shit about.
I have Chucks.
You don't know shit about kicks. Like Chuck Taylors is a safe choice to go with. She had on a pair of Chucks, and then and she ended up buying a pair of Chucks too.
Yeah. I like Chucks. I like the low ones. I'm a fan of the low.
She had a pair of low Chucks on.
I like the low Chucks.
In her sneakers.
I like those. Yeah.
And I was like, it feels hot sauce. And I watched it. And my suspicion was right. It was definitely had hot sauce all over that video. It wasn't like I'm trying to think of because they have pretty much all your favorite celebrities like go on there. Like it's like I said, Odell Beckham was a bit. Chris Rock has been on there before. Shopping. 2 Chainz. Like they got like Future, they got all your favorites. Future bought the whole damn store out that motherfucker. He was like buying clothes. Like the Future was like he shopped when he was on there.
7 kids, so hopefully some
people do buy kids clothes too. Like they buy like you get.
I hope it was for some of his kids too.
He's in a youth 7 like that. They buy like the kids clothes too, like something.
Now the person they should have had was Obama. Now Obama
would have been cool on there.
I would want to see Obama in there.
Yeah, let's buy some sneakers. Yeah.
He said gym shoes because he's from Chicago. Gym shoes.
We call them gym shoes, but sneakers. Sneakers. Yeah.
Gym shoes.
Around Chicago, we call them gym shoes. Yeah.
Speaking, did you see the video of Obama when he shook the 3?
Yeah. I didn't see what he had on his feet. I wish if he had Jordans on, that'd have been perfect.
He had on regular shoes. They were just regular ass shoes.
Okay, yeah.
And then the fact that he
pulled a Del Curry when he hit the shot in his church shoes.
He on the church shoes.
Del Curry hit that 3 at the church.
He had like a 30-footer.
Yeah. He wonder where Steph get it from. When Steph be hitting them logo threes, I call them.
Right. He was like,
or we call it in Chicago. We call it hit it from Lincoln Park.
Right, you hit
not downtown. Park. You pass downtown.
Yeah, you way past downtown in Lincoln Park now.
That's what they call the logo. 3 is like you're on the logo, the center court logo, like Curry being the logo.
And Obama did that because they hit him the ball, and then he stepped up, dribbled once, and then he left-handed, and he hit it, and it went all nothing but net. And then the way he just said, "That's what I do. That's what I do." Obama said that. I was like, yeah. Hate him or love him, Obama just has so much swag. Like, I mean, even if you don't like, you have to admit that.
He was the coolest. Even if you didn't care for him as president, you got to admit he was
as president or his policy.
President of all time, you got to admit that.
He's cool as a fan. Like, Obama was cool as fuck. He was. Even if you don't like his policies, he was cool as fuck. He was. So you have to admit that. Just like the swag he had, like dropping it, fist bumping with his wife. Like, I mean, he brought flavor that was never, we hadn't seen. Like, we hadn't seen that type of display. Like, even though Kennedy was a younger president, because Obama was young like how Kennedy was, because Kennedy was young also.
Obama, Kennedy, and I think Teddy Roosevelt are the 3 youngest. I think
they were
Roosevelt was the youngest, Kennedy second, Obama is third, something like that.
And Clinton wasn't that old.
Bill Clinton was right above Obama.
And Clinton wasn't that old either. He wasn't. Mm-hmm. Well, a lot of the presidents, especially now.
I'm the oldest, goddammit. If Biden wins, he will definitely be the oldest.
The oldest president ever. Trump is the oldest president now. He is.
Already, yeah. And Reagan was the oldest. Trump's currently.
Reagan was 69 when he got inaugurated. Mm-hmm. The year before I was born. So, yeah.
What, 70?
70. He was already 70.
I think. So he passed Reagan by like a year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then Biden's was 77.
I don't know when his birthday is. If he got an early birthday, he'd be 78. I don't know when his birthday is, but he turned 78 in 2021. Though I know that much. Just don't know when the birthday is.
Yeah, with these old.
I'm just. I didn't want to make this political, so I know next week is going to probably be a whole politics podcast.
We could delve in briefly.
There's a lot happened, yeah.
Since we opened it up,
he said he flip flopped. I don't know if you saw that because Chelsea Handler gave him some of them that good. And that's what happened, yeah. Because now he's saying, fuck Trump. I'm to Joe Biden, yeah. I'm voting Biden Harris, yeah. Like he hit that shit. That's what that was.
She said she was going to pay his taxes, so he's like, hey,
and give him some ass. Oh yeah, pay the taxes, and I get to hit too. Shit, I'm willing to seal a deal if you know what I mean. Like, yeah, so yeah. Not only did she pay his taxes, but he let her.
Well, 50 said he got the magic stick, so hey.
She wanted some of that magic stick.
Hey, so.
Well, yeah. So you can read between the lines, like now he's like, fuck Trump, because get that shit. Come on, we know.
And then Lil Wayne.
You know what time it is, Fifth. Wayne.
You saw Lil Wayne.
With the thumbs up, just met with the president. Let's read the tweet.
He looks.
Let's read it.
And I've always said
I'm gonna get your opinion. Yeah,
he looks like Stripe from Gremlins, and I've said this more than once. He looks like Stripe from Gremlins. I'm not going to ever watch the movie Gremlins, then watch Lil Wayne. He looks like Stripe from Gremlins. He does. He's a little. When I saw, he's like his thumbs up, and then Trump is like, Black people stop letting these candidates. I just say, period. These candidates use you. Black people stop letting candidates.
Here we go.
Period.
Just had a great meeting. This was came out on the 29th. So this is Thursday. Yes, past Thursday. Yeah.
Thursday.
Just had a great meeting with President Trump. Besides what he's doing so far with criminal reform, the Platinum Plan is going to give the community real ownership. He listened to what we had to say today and assured that he will and can get it done. And then thumbs up. Like, yeah, so. And there's a picture of him and Trump giving the thumbs up. For those that haven't seen it yet, that's what we're talking
about. A hot mess.
Okay, floor is yours, kid.
So when people is like, is Wayne really canceled? Because have people even really been fucking with Wayne? Really? like people try to cancel Wayne now. It's like, are you even really messing with Wayne?
Yeah, people even still listen to
Wayne. Wayne is he's so far off base on so many things. Like, as a Black woman, a lot of the things that Wayne has said about Black women has been especially offensive as a Black woman. I'm just speaking.
He talks about light-skinned women a lot.
He talks about
light-skinned women in his songs a lot.
Like, he privileged light-skinned women. They saying that light-skinned women are basically light skinned women are better than dark skinned women, and that's another thing that keeps a divide between.
Was it in right above it? It's a beautiful black woman. I bet that
beautiful black woman. I bet that bitch is very red. Not cool. Then another thing, like he was saying, like he was on the thing with 50 when they were talking about like exotic women, the exotics or whatever, and that's what they want and everything, and black women or whatever, like basically being like we need to step our game, whatever they were like just talking about, like basically just. It's like, but my thing is, you have a black daughter, Wayne. Did you forget that Rajane is your daughter?
I wonder what she's been quiet.
Your daughter is beautiful. Your daughter is gorgeous.
I wonder what Rajane thinks of her.
You have a beautiful black daughter. Who's brown skin? Who is a brown skin? She's not exotic looking. She's a beautiful brown skin.
Who was she kicking it with? I'm trying to remember.
It's some rapper she was with.
Some celebrity. It was somebody else that she recently was kicking it with. I can't remember. I forget.
But I did see that she did comment because she did check her father on that thing when he was talking about the black women, and she said black women are beautiful. I'm a beautiful black woman. She said something like that. Like, you know, she responded to it like basically like, hey, pops, like look, like, you know, like come on now. But I mean, just his remarks about some things and the way that he moves about. I mean, are we really going to listen to a guy who drinks scissor? Who drinks lean, whatever he drinks? Are we really going to listen to him?
Here's what's funny about all of this to me is I don't get why people are so mad at this. Like, on one hand, especially we got a lot of people, especially in our family, a lot of outspoken people. Who gives a fuck what Wayne thinks about it? Like, if you really don't give a fuck what he thinks about, why are you so upset? That's what I'm saying. Like, so you must care. It's like you really like, so all you voted for Trump? Okay, like you really care, you didn't care, you'd be like.
I think it's more so the stuff you say about the black women, like the stuff that you like, the comments you made about black women is what I find especially offensive as a black woman. So
I'm talking specifically about the Trump thing.
I said the Trump stuff. I was just like, I was like, you know, I really ain't care. But I saw people like really going in.
The funniest ones are the ones saying that nobody cares, even though you wrote a whole essay about
dissertation
about this shit. So somebody who doesn't care, you should have a lot to say about this fucking shit.
And furthermore, You know?
I don't know why black people we think that we're so gullible that we just gonna go along. It's like you never hear white motherfuckers say this. Is all I'm saying. Like who was that? Who's it? Kirstie Alley came out. Like you don't hear white motherfuckers saying, "Oh yeah, like white women are gonna follow her because she's for Trump." Why as black people we think that's because like if somebody blacks that like black are gonna start voting for Trump now? Like why do we think that as black people that just because 50 Cent or 50 Cent makes a joke or Wayne takes a picture with Trump, why do we think that black people are so stupid that you automatically just go and like vote like why do we think like that?
Because black people are monolithic. I'm saying it jokingly. We're not.
Because if you have a problem, choose between me and Trump, you ain't black. That's Joe Biden.
That was my face, though. No, but Kirstie Alley.
That shit with confidence too. Like,
did you see the burn? Did you see the burns that you said, Kirstie Alley? Did you see the burn that CNN gave her after that?
I didn't see any of that shit.
Because she basically was trying to like get up and be like, "Yeah, I want to see how people think the CNN brain works, and this is how it works." You know, she was basically trying to say CNN, trying to discredit them. And then they said, you know, you could just turn away from our station, like countless people turned away from Veronica's closet.
Which I've never seen an episode.
I was like, damn, CNN with the bullshit. But 2020 really has like my thing that I just say about a lot of people, if they don't come asking for you, don't go for them. Don't come for them. Like, don't try to put your thing out there like, yeah, and I'm going to say my little thing, and then you get burned. Like, you get the clap back, and then you get burned. Like, some people just don't come for AOC. Don't come for her if she didn't ask for you. Leave that girl alone, because she's going to burn you every time. Cardi B was one that burned people. Like, you came with her, Cardi B, she burned you. Yeah.
That Candace Owens feud was highly entertaining, though. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's like don't come for certain people. If you don't want to go, if
Candace wanted that smoke though, like she kept coming back.
She wanted it though. I said if you don't want the smoke, and you don't, and we know the phrase.
Most like, especially on the right, like you conservative, typically if like somebody comes, especially somebody like Cardi B comes up, you probably just gonna like change the subject.
Yeah, you are.
Candace Owens just kept coming back. Though he said, Cardi will make another video, and Candace will make another video. It was like back and forth. That shit went for like a week and shit. I was like, Candace wants that smoke and shit.
Unless you don't want that smoke, like unless you like don't have like a strong clapback game, you don't have
Candace Owens can talk, so she like
the phrase. Oh, the phrase. I got time today. You know that phrase. I got time today. Like sometimes you have time where you like, you know what? I got time. Like, come on, fuck with it today.
Like, give my opinion. It's like, Wayne wants to vote for Donald Trump. It's his opinion. I don't give a shit. It's like he can vote for who he wants to. Like, I don't get why motherfuckers were so mad over that shit. Gives a shit, man.
Right, I was like, he just looked goofy on the thing. Like my thing, I just keep.
Picture was kind of corny. I didn't like.
He's
that.
Like, yeah. He looked goofy as hell.
Other than that, like if you want to vote, I don't give a shit who you vote for. It's like it's your opinion.
And then whatchamacallit is changing his tune a little bit now. Ice Cube, he changed his tune a little bit. Did you see that?
What's Cube saying now?
Cube, now it's come out that Cube did say that the Democrats offered a Zoom, like it was going to be a Zoom.
Oh, yeah. It was a Zoom call with like 10 other rappers, like Killer Mike was part of that. Yeah, it was like.
And the fact, because D.L. Hughley was on it, Snoop Dogg, and Killer Mike, and the one that stands out the most to me is Killer Mike, because Killer Mike is actually in these streets. He's actually doing
Killer
good.
Mike is facts. Is like
he's facts.
Hughley, I wouldn't fuck with him. Like he's kind of a clown.
He's hit or miss. He does make some good points, but sometimes he goes a little bit like,
D.L. Hughley is.
He goes a little sometimes.
He's Team Democrat. I probably wouldn't fuck with him.
I said he makes some good points sometimes. Some stuff he's spot on.
Mike is about black folks. Like yeah. It's different about being pro-black and being pro-Democrat. It's not.
Yeah, it's a difference.
Like,
and then Snoop is kind of.
Killer Mike is black. Snoop was just there for the weed and shit. That's why he was there.
I don't know where Snoop stands.
He was there for the weed.
I don't know where he stands.
He heard it was free weed. That's why he was there.
Yeah, him and Colin.
Q said he didn't want to be part of. He said he wanted a one-on-one sit down. He didn't want to be part of a Zoom call with like 7 other black people, some shit like that. He said.
Yeah, he said that he felt like that it would have lost focus or something. And then DL was like, "Well, why do you think we were here? We were trying to get stuff done too." He was like, "Why do you think that we was here? We wasn't here just." Basically, DL was like, we wasn't here just effing around. Like we here too trying to get stuff done. So he said, so if you really want to get stuff done, why weren't you on the call then? If you really want to get something done. But my thing is like, okay, so if that
fuck DL, go ahead.
So if that was the case, then was his
I made my stand. Go ahead.
I know you made this. But my thing is, so if that is the case that you wanted one-on-one, was it just a one-on-one with the Trump administration then? Did they give a one-on-one or was it other people? Was it more than one person? Or was it just a one-on-one with them?
I don't know who he met with, but
you see what I mean? I said like, so that's why I was like, it looks a little bit shaky now. I said the fact that he said initially that the Democrats played him to the left, like, okay, we'll talk to you after the election. That they played you to the left.
They might have, and then they might have said, come back and said, well, we having a Zoom call.
Well, they did.
I don't think he made that up, that they said talk to him after the election. Like, I don't think Q would just make that up.
Yeah, I said, I don't know. It's like it's always just so much noise everywhere because, like, the representative was saying that the whole thing was fabricated.
I don't.
It's like
I'm a pretty good judge of character, and I don't think he just make that up. That I'm saying that they told me to come after the election. They probably did say that, and then they probably back maybe when they heard that he met with the Trump administration, they probably said, "Oh, well, we having this Zoom call. You could be part of that." It could be something like that. I'm just guessing right now. That's a speculation on my part. I don't have any facts based on any of this shit.
It just kind of puts a little damper on it now, but a little bit of a little damper. But I mean, I think that it was good that he tried to voice that. I mean, especially the fact that they said that Cube, this wasn't something that he just came up with on his own.
He didn't write the platinum. He didn't write the contract with Black. He sat down with other Black scholars. Like Dr. Claude Anderson.
Scholars and analysts and things. And
that's why I don't get when people say, like, on one hand, you say, like, well, he's a rapper. Why do you care what he thinks? But on the other hand, you get offended when Laura Ingraham says, shut up and dribble. Like, which is it? Entertainers allowed to, like, be active in politics or not? Like, which is it?
Right.
You can't have it both ways. Like, you can't tell them to shut up and rap and then, like, and then get mad when the white woman says, shut up and dribble. Because people were saying, because I saw that a lot, especially in our timeline. It's like, yeah, why these rappers kind of like, first of all, he didn't write the fucking contract with Black America and shit.
Mm-hmm.
He's just prior to that. But yeah, he sat down with actual scholars and like
actual people who actually have the numbers and stuff. Because my thing is with any stuff like this, you need people who that's what they do. You can't have people who like if you need somebody to write a budget plan, you ain't gonna have somebody who's not a financial expert at all. Like why would you have somebody who is like who's always like one step away from getting their lights cut off? You want to let them write a budget plan for you? No, you're not. You're going to get somebody who actually knows what the hell they're talking about, who's a financial expert, who's a professional, who can have it written out, because numbers matter. You just can't be like, yeah, well, we want to have where every Black descendant, their children, so if you're past a certain age, you're going to get free college. You're going to get tuition-free college. Okay, how do you make that happen?
Mm-hmm.
How's the math with that? What do you need to do to get that number? Because if you think about it, college tuition is going to be very expensive. How does that math work? Or we want to give this to everybody. Okay, how does that math work? Show me the numbers of how you plan to get this $500 million or $500 billion, whatever. How do you plan to get this money? It's not going to fall out the sky. $500 billion is not going to fall out the sky. So show me how you get these. Show me the projectiles for this. That's all I want to see. I just want to see numbers. I want to see the facts and see how it works out.
Bottom line, I'll be glad when this stupid election is over.
Oh, yeah, I'm just, I know the text messages I've been getting. I replied to somebody, stop. Just stop. And they're like, okay, we'll take it. Thank you. Take me off the list. Stop texting me. I already voted like 2 weeks ago. I've been early voted. I'm done. I'm ready for this to just be over. But unfortunately, it's not going to be over because they're still going to be counting votes and all that, I'm sure, for like the next 2 weeks. I'm just preparing
potentially to the end of November. I'm looking at shout out to homie Xavier. He's like posting like certain deadlines for states to challenge the election. Is like in Arizona is up to the 30th and shit. Like so if some fuckery happens in Arizona, they could go on that long, like them when tallying these results and shit.
Because I was guesstimating, I said that probably by the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, then we'll probably really know what the votes are. And that's about 2 weeks after the election. I was like, that's when we probably will really know the true outcome.
What people don't know is the difference between actual like casting the vote in the actual election. Actual election is when the Electoral College, that's in December.
Electoral College, yeah.
That's in December. So like as long as they have this shit added up by then, it's like it doesn't even matter. So like election day, that means absolutely nothing. As long as they have the numbers added, I think like the 12th or something like that. I don't know it exact. I think December 12th might be the actual date when the Electoral College cast their vote. And that's the actual election right there.
Right.
Popular vote don't
mean shit. Yeah.
Not in the presidential election. For like local elections, it means, but like for the presidential.
It doesn't. Because once again, you learn your civics. Learn your civics, people. Learn it.
Because if it was strictly on the popular vote, it's like there's really only like 5 places that they'll decide the election, like New York, Chicago, LA, and then like a couple of cities in Texas that'll decide the whole election every time.
Maybe whatchamacallit, maybe Miami might get some. Maybe.
I don't know how big they are as far as they I don't know what number they are. They probably top 10. I don't know like what number.
Yeah, maybe Miami. I was just trying to think of another big state. Yeah, no.
New York, Chicago, LA, and I think Houston and Dallas are like 4 and 5.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, Texas is huge. Yeah.
So, like, those will decide every election. So, if you're in, like, North Carolina, your vote really wouldn't matter. Like, outside of if it was just a popular vote, like, you might as well not even vote in places like
Wyoming. Montana.
If you're in South Dakota, your shit is not going to count shit. Like that.
Oregon.
You're in Alaska, goddammit. It's not going to count.
I can see Russia from my house.
That's why because a lot of people wonder why they have an electoral college instead of a popular vote. That's why. So like the little guys can have a voice in the presidential election. Otherwise, like no chance.
Right.
Big cities would decide
every time,
every single time because you got 10 million people, and then your whole state don't even got that many. Let alone you got 10 people just in Chicago. Like that. Chicago got like 7-8 million just alone. Like, not even counting the rest of the state. That's just
exactly. Chicago/metro area. Yeah, it's like 7 million. Yeah.
I think New York got 11 million in there. Say 5 boroughs and all that.
Yeah. Crazy.
So yeah, those would decide elections every time. It was just so I try to explain that for people that don't know that think like it should just be popular. Yeah, we from Chicago, so we would say that.
Yeah, we would say that because we're from a big city.
Yeah, if you lived in Charlotte, North Carolina, you wouldn't say that shit. Though. It's like,
what's the one where he saw the groundhog?
You live in Puxatomi.
Puxatomi, yeah.
What's Puxatomi? What state was that? I forgot. God damn it.
Yeah, if you live there.
Yeah, you live I forget. Yeah, but if you live something like that, shit. Yeah.
The little town where like they could go out to see the
living Springfield like the Simpsons and shit like that. Hey, which is a Springfield in every state. You live in like some small ass town.
I mean, I've driven through towns like if you drive Southern Illinois I-57, I've driven through towns that said like population 3,200 in the whole city. Really? What? 3,200 people in your whole city?
Yep. And it's like ironic, like states like Wyoming. I think the whole state got like 500,000. Just for the whole state. It's like that, yeah. The whole state got 500,000 people. It's like
that's ridiculous.
It's like it's a neighborhood in Chicago got that.
Right, yeah.
One hood's got that much.
You go on the south side of Chicago and
you got more than that shit. Right. Over East got more than half.
Over East got that.
But it is like that's why we have an electoral college because of that, to try to balance like this so the small guys have a voice in the elections. That's why they started that. It's in the Constitution. I forget what amendment, but it isn't.
And then the swing states are the ones that they're really trying to campaign for because
every year the swing states, your Ohio's, your Michigans, your Pennsylvanias, Florida, that's typically your swing states.
Yeah, some stuff ain't never gonna flip. Like Texas ain't flipping. They're not flipping.
Texas is probably the closest it's ever been, but I think Texas is still.
Yeah, because I think they said that Trump is only ahead like 1 point.
That's because a lot of people are just moving there. Like I said, we have people that are moving there now.
Yeah, we have people moving to Texas.
So like a lot of people that typically vote blue are moving there, but I don't think Texas is going to flip.
No, they ain't flipping. They ain't going to be.
I'd be surprised if Texas flipped.
Yeah.
If Texas flipped, then that will be the nail in the coffin for
pretty much.
Yeah, because they got a lot of votes. Texas is big. You get a lot of electoral votes. So and like I said, you barely won the last time. So just losing Texas alone, it's like you'd have to flip all those other states. Like a bunch of
Binance leading in Michigan. I think Ohio, I know they said in Michigan he was leading in Michigan. Because people in Michigan are like saying the way that the coronavirus pandemic has been handled, that's like their issue is that they felt like prior to that he was doing okay, but the fact that he handled it this way, that's what's causing them to be like, I don't know. That's what's causing doubt with the Michigan voters. So, and then the D is there, Detroit,
Trying to pull up the actual map like for where we at now. Yeah, Detroit, is this now or is this? Yeah, this is now. Okay, like these polls don't really mean shit, but we're good.
Right.
Because like they said, because like 4 years ago, it
Here's
said
the thing.
double-digit lead. So.
Here's the thing. Here's an analogy that I'll give you. The polls are like Credit Karma. You check your score on Credit Karma, you know that you could be like, hey, I'm at a something, but then it's like, nah, you're not there. You're not there. It's like Credit Karma. It gives you a little window, but it's not, you shouldn't take it verbatim. You shouldn't take it as a word. So
your totals, undecided states right now, the swing states that are like cutting it down the middle. You got Iowa, Ohio, Florida, and the ones that are kind of like leaning one way but are still in play. You got Michigan is leaning blue, but it's still in play. Like states like Wisconsin's leaning blue, but it's still in play. Like,
right, those are the two that I saw that were leaning. Wisconsin and
Pennsylvania is also leaning blue. So like those are like. And those some big, especially Pennsylvania, that's 20 electoral votes. So that's big.
Yeah, that's big, yeah.
Texas with their massive 38, like I said, that would be the end of if Texas lost the Republican. That would be a big loss right there because that's a lot of votes.
What, 272, right, that you need?
You need 270 to win.
270, okay, 270, yeah. So
right now, Biden is ahead according to this map, but that don't mean shit. Like
credit karma. Credit karma. That's what I said. Credit karma.
Trying to buy a car, you're going by credit karma. I'm trying to see something. So.
I got 720 FICO. No, you don't. You got 630. No, you don't. Basically.
Mm-hmm.
Like you got your little window, but it's like, it's not accurate. So
yeah, that's a forecast, like a weather forecast.
Mm-hmm.
That it could rain. That don't mean it's gonna rain. No.
It could.
Mm-hmm. So that means. What else we got? I think I forgot my notes. I think I hit most of mine.
And since we can end on to lighten up about the political. Did you see the cold open on Saturday Night Live? Did you watch that for this?
I didn't watch. I will watch though.
With Kate McKinnon reprised her role as Hillary Clinton.
She has a great Hillary.
Because she had the laugh and then when she, the wave. Because they basically had Jim Carrey against Joe Biden, and he was reading an adapted version of The Raven, basically saying that we could still lose the election. And it was like basically the end to every
now it's like, hey, yeah, we've been here before.
Yeah. Quote the Clinton, we've been here before. Yeah, because she said that, quote the Clinton, we've been here before. So yeah, so it was like a nice play on because like I do personally like Edgar Allan Poe stuff, so it was a nice little nod to that. And then on the weekend updates, like they had to mention congratulations to Joe and Scarlett Johansson for them tying the knot, and Michael Shea gave the funny. Gave the
like I didn't find out that they were an item till the Emmys last year.
Yeah, he was staying with her. He's like.
I was like, oh shit. Was it the Emmys or was it the Oscars? It was one of those shows. It might have been the Oscars.
I think it was the Oscars.
Oscars, like, because Colin wouldn't be at the fucking Oscars, so it had to be the Oscars. He'd be at the Emmys because SNL is usually nominated for Best Sketch Show. Or variety show, whatever they call it. Yeah, so like, I thought she was at the Oscars, and I was like, oh, Colin is in. I was like, okay, they an item. It was like the Oscars on 29.
Yeah, he was standing there like,
oh, he pulled Black Widow. That's pretty dope.
And Michael Shea gonna say, he was like, Colin married Scarlett Johansson. I bought an electric bike, so we both are doing something good. So then he said something way.
About like just you married Colin, you married Scarlett Johansson. That's cool.
I bought an electric bike. Like he's silly playing his electric bike against Scarlett Johansson. But congratulations to them. Like you said,
he was aimed high. Like Kenny Smith, he aimed high. Yeah. He didn't aim low. He aimed high.
You gotta aim high. Hey.
He probably met on the set of the show. I'm thinking, like, she probably was a guest host and he shot his shot. That's probably how they met.
Shoot your shot. That might be the name of the podcast. Obama said it. Shoot your shot. You gotta shoot it. And he made an open 3. So you gotta shoot it.
Yeah, we talked about shooting, like we talked about church shoes, all of that. So
church shoes. But that's pretty much for me.
And I had one more, but I lost it. I don't know. And I still got all this stupid ass other stuff on my damn iPad. But I had one more.
I was happy to see no blackface this year for Halloween. I will say that. I didn't see any ignorant posts with blackface. Here's the thing: you can dress up like a person who is typically a black character. You can dress up and be non-black, but just don't put blackface on.
Perfect example.
Just don't do that.
I'm gonna go back to our childhood. Is one of the greatest parody singers of all time, Weird Al Yankovic. He parodied black artists all the time. Never wore blackface. He did Michael Jackson. He did James Brown. Like he did Coolio. He never wore blackface in any of these songs. He would be dressed like Michael, but no blackface on. He have on his Beat It jacket and shirt and all that. Yeah,
I like Eden. Yeah. That's what my favorite was because he was eating the burgers and eating. I like Eden.
Well, he'd be dressed like living with a hernia with James Brown living in America. He had the James Brown wig on and had the cape and the suit. He didn't have blackface on. So Weird Al can parody black people without wearing blackface. You can do it too. I'm just saying. Weird Al never wore blackface, then you don't have to wear blackface either.
You can do it too. Yeah. Thank you. perfect example. Be like Weird Al. Don't be a racist.
Where would be like a better place if we were more like Weird Al? We're going to end it on Weird Al. I had another story, but fuck that story. We got to end on Weird Al, damn it.
I lost on Jeopardy.
Yeah. Baby. Trapped in the drive-thru. Come on, man. No, I'm trapped in the drive-thru.
I got to re-listen to that one.
Trapped in it because somebody, his girl wants to go get something to eat, and then like in the drive. You know it is when you get in the drive-thru and there's a long line. And like the person, then like you change your mind, it's like I don't want this, but now you try, you can't leave, so you just gotta wait to clear. It's like, you like, oh, if you run it late and now you're in that drive-thru, like, oh, you know what? Let's just go somewhere else. But now you trapped. That's what's about being trapped in the drive-thru. It's like, hey, now I'm trapped.
And then I like word crimes too. That was like a newer one he did. Blurred lines, word crimes, where he said, "Yeah, I could care less." No, you couldn't care less, because people say that like, I could care less.
That all the time.
I couldn't care less.
I could care less about Wayne voting for Donald Trump. Like, yeah, it means you
care less.
Couldn't is what that means. Like, I care so little about this shit. I couldn't possibly care less.
I give zero fucks, basically zero.
That's what the phrase means. Like, but people screw that one up all the time. I could care less about that. It's like that means you still got room to care.
And 360. He made it 360. Mm-hmm. I just face palm on that. You made a 180.
He made a 360 about you. No, he made a 180.
If you make a 360, then you're back where you started.
You made a 180 because Cat Chelsea handle let him hit, but that's nuts. Yeah. Appreciate you listening to Not Another Damn Podcast.
Yeah.
Support us further. You can first of all like our Facebook fan page. Do that. Facebook, Not Another Damn Podcast. Give that a like. Also subscribe, share, rate, review, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeart, TLC Talk Radio. What up, Tasha? Yeah. Also, you can get us on YouTube if you want to see us with all of the foolery, see all of this clowning going on. Might be a thumbnail right there.
Point to the hair. I'll bring that back.
We're together, yeah. Might be our thumbnail. Also, you can check us out on your Amazon devices, and you can follow me, Ozman the Wizard, on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well. If you like 90s and 2K classics, I have a streaming station that's streaming live right now at ozradio.net. It's called The Bomb. Check it out.
And you can check me out, MSIMAH626 on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. So SCR8GULLEY1 on Twitter, SCR8GULLEY7 on Instagram. Also, please like the Straight Gully Facebook fan page. Check out straightgully.com for your blogs and your vlogs. And for your video production needs, check out straightgullyproductions.com.
I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
We will talk to you later.
Bye.
I'm gone.